cool thing about it is that it's pretty interactive. Like if you just stand there taking photos on your phone to post something on Instagram, you'll probably get a... Hey, it's Robert Morris from Virginia-Pilot and Paul's back again for another video instructing you some things you might be able to do this weekend if you don't want to stay home on your couch and watch basketball all weekend like I'm going to do. So if you're sick of the cold like me and you want to heat up, you might want to check out $1 Million Quartet. It's got a foursome of hot musicians over at the Chrysler Hall at 8 p.m. Friday night, and then 2 and 8 p.m. Saturday. Anyways, they're not really the real musicians, it's people portraying them. $1 Million Quartet is the story of Carl Perkins, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, and Jerry Lee Lewis, who one night back in the day in Sun Studios, they got together, had a jam session all night long, recorded like 45 songs, and made some history, as they say. 8 p.m. over in Ferguson Center for the Arts in Newport News, we've got Blood, Sweat, and Tears touring with Bo Bice. Blood, Sweat, and Tears is a jazz rock band from like the 60s and 70s. Bo Bice, you might know him from American Idol. He was on there, 5 minutes of fame from that show. It ended, no one really remembered who he was, except Blood, Sweat, and Tears, who remembered him singing one of their hits. They'll be teaming up over at the Ferguson Center. It should be pretty cool, I think. I will say this though, Bo Bice, who's kind of known for having like Jesus hair back in the day, I think he cut it all off, so don't expect to see him with the long hair, don't be shocked. And getting away from the music, if you want some drama, 2:30 p.m. Saturday over at ODU in Norfolk in the Mills Godwin building on the campus, is going to be a dramatic reading of Ajax. Ajax, of course, is the classic play written by Sophocles, the great Greek thinker from way, way back in the day. This one's a little serious in tone, as it's about a astounded warrior who kills himself after battle. Obviously, you know, there's some similarities between some of what happened then and some of the soldiers who come back from serving overseas and come to Hampton Roads. So I'm interested to see how they portray that and how the audience itself is going to interact with that topic, which is relevant but very touchy at times. Other cool thing about this is that Reg E. Cathy will be reading some of the parts of it. Reg E. Cathy, if you don't know who he is, he was in Oz, he was in The Wire, and he's on House of Cards, which is streaming on Netflix right now. He's the guy in House of Cards who serves Kevin Spacey's character ribs all the time, which look awesome. He's got a great booming deep voice, very textured, so it should be a very good setting for him and for Sophocles' classic work. Moving on, Sunday night, 5 p.m. over at Scope Arena in Norfolk will be another touring production by the WWE wrestling guys. Big guys, small clothing. It's going to be awesome, as it always is. This one's going to be a little different. I mean, you can see some of the familiar faces like John Cena, you know, the WWE superstar who always goes like this, which I don't really know what this means, but it looks cool. Anyways, the cool thing about this event isn't necessarily who's going to be there, but what they're going to be doing. There's going to be a 6-person tag team event. For me, one of the other cool things about this collection of wrestlers coming to the show is there's 2 guys with very bizarre costuming. One is Kane, who I think kind of looks like he's wearing bondage for Mardi Gras. And the other guy is part of the Rhodes Brothers tag team duo, who looks kind of like he's Darth Maul from Star Wars if Darth Maul was black and yellow instead of black and red. They're very striking, very fun, but I don't think I'm going to be wearing them unless maybe you guys send me enough emails and I'll try to do it. And as always, we're going to close this out with the big movie releases this weekend. The first one is Noah. This is directed by Darren Aronofsky, and it stars Russell Crowe in the title role of Noah. It looks awesome, man. Russell Crowe's going to overact. There's going to be awesome special CGI effects of water crashing into everything. I think they actually built a real boat, though. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. Anyways, the other intrigue with this movie is that there could be some protests wherever you go. I mean, there's some groups who don't really like this representation of their classic tale. They think it's not exactly respectful to how they see the history of this biblical story. So there may be some people protesting it outside the theaters. Another film opening is Bad Words. Quick note about this. I think a couple weeks ago in this video we said it was opening here in Hampton Roads. We were wrong. It only opened in like LA and New York. So now it finally comes to smaller markets like Hampton Roads this weekend. Again, the story stars Jason Bateman as this bitter middle-aged man who tries to redeem his past failures by competing and winning a National Kids Spelling Bee. It's an R-rated movie, and this guy makes fun of the kids all the time. Mel Vincent, who saw the movie earlier this week, said it's hilarious, very scathing, and it's kind of reminiscent of Bad Santa, and not for kids. Sometimes we need adult entertainment. And the third film that we're going to showcase is Sabotage. This is the latest film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger in his post-political career. It kind of looks like a dog, but what do I know? I haven't seen it. It was written by the guy who wrote Training Day, you know, that Denzel Washington film. So there's some promise there, but you know, the trailer makes it look bad. So hopefully it's better than that appears. Anyways, none of this stuff really trips your trigger. Go to hamptonroads.com, check out the calendar and list of events, or grab the latest issue of Pulse, and you can read all about other things that you might find more interesting. And maybe you'll just be watching basketball like me. Later.